What's up there, travel family? It's your favorite travel entrepreneur here, the travel ho ho ho, coming to you live with another quick video for you. In today's topic, we are going to be talking about the benefits of cruising. Now, before I delve into, today's topic, let me just say that I plan to do next week the cons of cruising, and so you will find that some of the things will crossover between the two. So again, it all comes down to personal preference. All right. So let's go ahead and jump into it. One of the benefits of cruising is the food. There's a ton of food every day that is all included in the cost of your cruise. So there's always plenty to eat. Now let's talk about some of the spaces and places. I now basically cruise Carnival. I have cruised others, but we're going to talk about Carnival in this instance. So of course, there's always the main dining room for dinner. But bonus tip, you can also go to the main dining room for breakfast. You don't need a reservation. You don't need to sign up. You just need to get up in the morning and head there. It beats the line at our second option, the buffet. Sometimes the buffet can be extremely crowded with a lot of people, and it's usually because there's so many people on the ship. There's usually both sides of the a buffet are open. It's usually serving the same thing. So the buffet is the second spot for you to find dining. One of the other spots is actually the Lido deck. Um, there's the Blue Iguana if you want tacos or things like that. Blue Iguana also serves breakfast as well. They have breakfast tacos and stuff and burritos and stuff like that. So check them out for breakfast as well. The hours are usually early, so you want to make sure you get up and go grab you something to eat there. And then Carnival also came out with this new thing I noticed on the Mardi Gras, and I believe it's going to be on the celebration as well, is Street Eats. And Street Eats is another spot on the Lido deck that there's different little spots, and they all offer different things. You know, there's one that's all about fries, I believe it's called, and they top the fries with other different toppings. They do one that serves dumplings, and then of course you have the Seafood Shack, which there is a charge for that. That's also on the Lido deck as well. So that's another place. A lot of people's favorite spot to eat, especially once they embark on get on the ship and they get settled, try to get settled, is Guy's Burgers joint. You can always grab you a burger there, as well as I believe I do know on the Mardi Gras, which I sailed on in a celebration, that there's Guy's other restaurant. I think it's called the Pig and Anchor as well, and that all of those places are free and included with your cruise. All right. And then there are some other restaurants that are there as well. I think there's Chibang, there's another one, and then there's quite a few different places. There are also specialty dining restaurants. Now, specialty dining restaurants, there is a charge for those. Um, I will say this. I actually tried a specialty dining restaurant last Christmas when I sailed, and actually sailed on Royal Caribbean. And I actually tried Jamie Oliver's for the Italian food, and I forget the, and I believe we tried the steakhouse. I forget what the name of the steakhouse was. But I also went for lunch once I paid for the cruise and I went back in. I did some prepaid stuff, so I went back into the site and I actually prepaid for that stuff before I left. Lunch will always be a little bit cheaper, so if you really want to do a specialty dining, have that specialty dining experience, then I would suggest maybe doing lunch over dinner. But again, if you want to do dinner, just know that the price will be just a little bit more than if you chose to do lunch. So that is just some of the places to eat. But again, one of the benefits is the food. One of the second benefits is the entertainment. Now, there's all sorts of stuff to do on the ship. I'm just giving some of the highlights here. There's a comedy club. Now, I will tell you when I sailed the Mardi Gras, the line for the comedy club was, I mean, literally, it was a line. You had to get in line if you wanted to actually get a spot and sit down. So the comedy club got packed quick, got packed really quickly. So there you would see a growing line starting. There's usually two shows. Usually one like at around early evening, maybe about 6 or so, and then maybe another one around 9 or so like that. And so if you have early dining for dinner, then you usually catch the later shows. If you have late seating for dinner, then you usually catch the early shows. As far as the comedy club is concerned, there are you know, PG shows, and then there are adults only. So just make sure that you take a look in your Hub app to make sure that you're going to the right show, especially if you have kids. So there's the comedy shows. There's also the other shows that are held within the theater. A lot of these are Broadway style type shows, and so there's always something going on. Again, kind of the same schedule, early and kind of late. There's also, let's see, the casino if you want to do that. Some of that people consider that entertainment. People like to gamble. So there's also will always be a casino on board. I'm trying to think of what else. Oh, and it's also the nightclub as well. Nightclub is usually jumping and hopping, usually later on in the evening until the early morning hours. So those are some of the things, as well as especially on C days, there's a lot of trivia that's going on, karaoke that's usually happening just about every night in one of the theaters. So there's plenty of things to do. There's an arcade as well, plenty of stuff for the kids, spaces just designated for the kids as well. So definitely entertainment is one of the other benefits of cruising. The other third thing, and the third benefit is visiting a variety of ports of call. There, each cruise line, each ship goes to several different islands, anywhere between could be one if you're just kind of sailing to nowhere. And if you're doing, 5, 6, 7, 8 day cruise or longer, you might hit 3 or 4 ports depending on where you're going and how long your ship is. So you get a variety of destinations to visit within your allotted time on the cruise. Doing a 7 day cruise, like I said, you might visit 3 islands. I think on my last cruise, I was gone away in October, and I believe we went to, let me see, we went to Belize, Honduras, Costa Maya, Mexico, and their private island in the Bahamas. And most cruise ships have a private island in the Bahamas, so it's usually going to be a stop that you make. So we actually visited 4 islands in the 7 days that I was on board. So again, just having a variety of ports to visit is also a great benefit. And the last one, definitely not least, I'm sure there's plenty others that is not coming to me right now. But here's the other big thing. You can just relax. That is another benefit of cruising. Just relaxing. Sometimes, like myself included, because I cruise a lot, there are sometimes when I'm visiting the same ports again. It might be a different ship, it might be a different cruise line. Um, but I get a chance to just relax, because here's the other wonderful thing. You do not have to get off the ship when you get to the ports of call. That is entirely up to you. And honestly, sometimes it's a great way to be able to kind of relax on the ship when it's not as crowded. There are a lot of people that stay on board who enjoy the pools, who enjoy the jacuzzis, the hot tubs. And so it's a good time to just kind of sit and chill if you're, just wanting to really just relax and grab a book, and you want to find a little corner or nook to sit in and read. You can do that. Get outside of your cabin if you want. If you just want to kind of sleep, stay inside your cabin and just kind of chill out. So those are just four of the benefits of cruising. Like I said, there are tons more. If you guys who are out there in the cruise world, feel free to drop some comments about what are some of the things that you do, what some of the benefits that you find when you cruise. And again, next week, we're going to talk about some of the cons of cruising. And like I said, some of those things might cross posts. So either way, we're going to talk about it. So again, thank you guys for watching this video. Until the next video, guys, I wish you all peace, blessings, and prosperity. Peace.